What is up, everybody? Here with another really big movie haul for you today. Got this at a local half-price books. It cost me around $89, $85, somewhere in there. I got a lot of good titles here, a lot of stuff I was looking for, a lot of stuff I wasn't expecting to find. The first one was Devil. Heard this in a live stream on someone else's channel that this was an exceptional horror movie. So considering I'm trying to expand that collection, I thought this was a no-brainer to pick up. This one I wasn't expecting to find, and that is Open Water 3 Cage Dive. I own the first two, and they were really good. I don't really know. This one doesn't look like it's on the premise of the first two, so I don't know if this one is going to be as good. I did love the second one of the Open Water movies, though, so hopefully this one's watchable. Then I found the one season of Gilligan's Island I still needed. So I had to snag that up, as now I have the entire series. Looking forward to watching this for the first time in probably 30 years. Then I found a Ridley Scott movie, The Counselor. The trailer looks okay. It looks like your standard kind of drug dealer movie. But Ridley Scott did direct it, so I'm willing to give it the benefit of the doubt here. Comment down below if you've ever seen this one before. Then I found The Substitute, Failure is Not an Option with Treat Williams. I've been looking for the Tom Berenger one, haven't been able to find it. But found this one, so picked this up. I'm sure it's horrible because I think this was a straight-to-DVD release. I don't even think this was in the theater. Then I found The Substitute 2, which is when he took over for Tom Berenger. Heard this one was better than that last one I showed you, so I've got some pretty high expectations for this one. Only $2. Then I got Stolen with Nicolas Cage. Trying to get all of Nicolas Cage's movies, and this is one I didn't have. So picked it up. This was one of his last few that was in the theater for, at this point in time anyway. Then I found for $3 seasons 1 and 2 of Seinfeld. So I picked this up. I wasn't a huge fan of this show, but I was a kid when it was on television. So looking to check it out as an adult and see if I think any differently. Then I found one a lot of people consider to be a classic, and that is Marathon Man. So trying to get into some of these older classic movies and make a decision for myself and see what I'm missing. But hopefully that's a solid watch. The premise of this movie looks awesome, so. Then I got one that is it is a Criterion movie, but this is not the Criterion release. But that is The Big Chill, and this one was based off of a recommendation from Tim Talks Talkies. Recommends some really good older movies. I believe this was on his list to Bob over at Bob's Blu-rays, I believe. It could have been someone else's list, but I'm thinking it was Tim's. Then I found Sanctum for $2. These cave movies are usually really good, like The Descent and The Cave. So wanted to check this one out and see how this one measures up to those. It is produced by James Cameron. It is not directed by James Cameron. So I'm not going to get my hopes up thinking like, oh, he directed it. But for $2 worth the risk. Then I found a John Cusack movie I really wanted to get, and that was Reclaim. This is where he plays like some kind of repo agent who comes in and takes kids from people who can't pay for them. As like black market adoption agency or whatever. So this looks like it could be fun. Ryan Felipe and John Cusack, so pretty easy pickup here. And then I started to find some really good stuff, and the first one I found was Jason Goes to Hell. for my Friday the 13th, movies that I am trying to get all of them. This was one I didn't have, so I definitely picked it up. Don't know where it ranks in comparison to all the other ones, but still was very happy to find it, expanding the horror collection here. Then on top of that, I found Part 7, The New Blood, which is another one I didn't have. So that made me very happy. And I also found Part 6, Jason Lives. So very happy I found some Friday the 13th movies to try to complete that collection. Then for $3, I got the first season of The Good Wife. CBS shows are usually always solid. You've seen one, you've kind of seen them all. But for $3, I was like, it's worth grabbing for $3. The discs were in really good condition. Because then I also found the third season of The Good Wife for $3. So I picked that one up as well. Comment down below if you've ever seen this series before. And then to expand the horror collection, I also found The Invisible Man for $2. Certified fresh. Luckily, this was not part of the Tom Cruise, reboot of these old movies. This was made on its own. And heard it's really, really good. So looking forward to checking this one out. I also found the final season of Justified. Now I just need to find season 5, and then I'll have the entire series, at least of the original, not the reboot. But I have seen seasons 1 through 4 and loved them. They seem to get better as the show goes on, so now I need to find season 5 so I can watch it. Then it was on Blu-ray, so that was awesome. Then I found Kickboxer Vengeance. Trying to get all of Jean-Claude Van Damme's movies is the main reason I picked this up. But then also seeing Batista and Gina Carano in this movie interested me. And $3 for a Blu-ray, is a pretty good deal. Then I picked up Raising Cain with John Lithgow. Trying to expand the horror collection. Heard John Lithgow, whenever he's a villain or a crazy person, usually does a pretty good job. Which is one of the reasons this movie intrigued me. And the fact that it was directed by Brian De Palma. So this could be an interesting watch. And then lastly, I picked up Wild Things 2. Never seen this movie. Saw the first one. Didn't really love it that much. Hoping the second one is better. But I'm probably stretching there, thinking that this is going to be better since it was a straight-to-DVD release. But one can always hope. But that does it for this movie haul. If you like content like this, please like and subscribe. Your support is much appreciated. I am also over on Letterboxd. The link to that is in the profile description of this channel. Otherwise, until next time, guys.